Good evening, everyone. My name is Christy Edwards. I am the Director of Community Relations and Development at the ARC Erie County, New York. Thank you for joining us for our virtual family roundtable. Tonight, you will hear from each of our department directors, as well as from our executive team, to hear a little bit about what we've been up to and what we have planned for 2023. So without further ado, up first is our CEO, Doug DeJesire.
Good evening and welcome to our 2023 Family Roundtable meeting. As Christy said, my name is Doug DeJesire. I am the CEO of the ARC Erie County, and it is my pleasure to be with you tonight. And it is our intention to provide all of you updates on what has been happening throughout our organization over the past year. And in addition to myself, I've asked our department directors to join us and report out on the various initiatives that have been started or will be started over the next 6 months. As we begin the new year, our management teams have been working diligently in a number of areas, which has included strategic planning for 2023 and 2024, developing strategies to maintain fiscal stability, creating new and innovative programming, leveraging technology to improve performance, exploring opportunities for growth, improving staff development, expanding fundraising opportunities, and increasing advocacy for those that we support and their families. We continue to remain optimistic looking forward, but also are aware that our business faces ongoing challenges as well. As many of you are aware, and there has been and continues to be a labor shortage, and our business is feeling the effects much like other businesses in Western New York. We have been provided several wage enhancements and cost of living adjustments through our state oversight agency, the Office of People with Developmental Disabilities, and we have passed those increases and enhancements on to our direct support professionals, our frontline supervisors, teachers' aid, teachers, and other positions within our organization. This has helped with recruitment and retention, but we still have ongoing challenges filling staff vacancies and ensuring that we have the correct ratios in all our program areas. Our human resources staff continue to work tirelessly to recruit and train new staff just about every week, and we are also committed to reevaluating our retention strategies with various work groups, developing strategies to remain competitive in a very tight labor market. As parents, family members, guardians, you can assist us by speaking with your elected officials about your concerns with funding and staffing and make sure that your voices are heard. We are continuously updating our website and social media sites with ARC New York advocacy efforts that you could engage in or contact us to answer questions you may have. We have been fortunate to have strong advocacy from the ARC New York, various provider associations here locally and in the Albany area, elected officials, and our state agency, OPWDD, to ensure that we continue to move our agenda forward. My intention with these comments is not to shed light on what's not happening, but as a reminder that all of us have an obligation to remain vigilant and to ensure that our constituents are not overlooked or forgotten by state government, and that advocacy is extremely important and always needed. I think you will find this evening's presentation extremely informative and helpful. The directors you will hear from tonight have done a remarkable job this past year, keeping their programs on an even keel, financially stable, and all the while continue to offer quality supports and services. They will be reviewing with you the current status of their programs as well as opportunities for this upcoming year. And as always, we welcome your comments and feedback. Thank you again. And to begin, I'd like to introduce Michelle Cordero, our Chief Operating Officer. Michelle.
Thank you, Doug. Good evening. My name is Michelle Cordero, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer here at the ARC Erie County, New York. It's been some time since we've had a town hall meeting, and I want to thank you for attending. I would like to speak with you briefly about some of the many agency-wide initiatives before you hear from our program directors. The first initiative I would like to speak about is new program development. Here at the ARC Erie County, we are always seeking and creating new programs and services, not only for the people we support, but also for their families. And this year is no different. We are in the process of several new program initiatives. We are excited for additional culinary, art, and vocational training programs. Please be on the lookout for our website and social media outlets, as well as the directors, to give you more information. The second initiative that I would like to speak about briefly today is our new electronic health record. This initiative will affect all departments and program divisions within the ARC Erie County, including education, clinical, vocational, residential, and community supports and services. We will be creating and migrating into a new electronic health record system. The hope is that this system connects us in a way that we have never been able to connect to each other before. It will give us the ability to share information in real time and provide us with valuable clinical and programmatic data for decision making. The third initiative is with regards to our physical plant updates. Over Q4 of 2022 and into 2023, we have been and will be updating several of our program buildings in education and also in our residential programs, which you will hear a little bit about this evening. You will see new bathrooms, flooring, kitchen, painting, etc. The fourth initiative that I want to talk about this evening is our DEIAB committee. The Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, Accessibility, and Belonging Committee is working with Stone Bench Consultants to hold 3 management train the trainer sessions to create a program to assist managers with diversity and sensitivity awareness and training. This committee has been and continues to be a very active committee within the ARC community. I want to thank you, and as always, please contact myself or any program directors with any questions or concerns. I would now like to introduce Karen Mayweather, principal at our Green Acres preschool program. Karen?
Good afternoon, or I should say good evening. I would like to welcome all of you who are attending our family roundtable. I am principal at the preschool location, which is at 205 Yorkshire in Tonawanda. That is where I would say in August 10th, we had students, we had a full enrollment, and we had 60 students who transitioned from preschool to school age programs. So in the school age world, when a child could stay in preschool from 3 to 5, once they turn 5 years of age, they are then eligible to attend a school age program. So we have students that we may have had 2 or 3 years, and 60 of them transitioned to school age programs. So we had 3 different sessions of graduation because we had so many family members and friends who wanted to attend the sessions. So for us, at the end of summer school, we were down 60 students, but with a lot of hard work from our intake people, we were able to enroll by the end of September, 110 students in our program, which is pretty much all of our classrooms were full except for 1. This is something that happens roughly every 3 years. So for us to have that many students to get started off the beginning of the year is great. Shortly, we will be in the process of going through this process again. We will be getting referrals from all of the districts that have children who may be eligible for our programs. So we will be replenishing students so that we can start all over again in September. The past couple of weeks have been pretty busy. We had children decked out in their best. They came in to take yearbook photos, and we were waiting the final product. Our parent resource team and our parent organization, which we are actively recruiting for, we would like more parent involvement. Every year, each of the students gets a yearbook, and it is of no cost to the family because our parent-teacher organization pays for that. So if any of the parents are interested in joining our organization, please feel free to call. You'll see the number at the end of the presentation. Meanwhile, we've been pretty busy in our building over at 205 Yorkshire. We sought some grant funding and we were able to secure it. We were able to take 10 of our classrooms and they look beautiful. They have new flooring. Part of it is carpeted and the other part of it is like wooden. Over the years, the kids do a lot of kind of scooting around on the floors. They sometimes sit in cube chairs and that sometimes runs the surface. So we're very happy that the kids now have bright, colorful, new classroom flooring. We were able to do 3 of the clinic spaces with new flooring. 11 of the office areas, special areas needed new flooring as well. The biggest thing that we're looking forward to next is we also received grant funding to renovate 7 of the bathrooms at the Green Acres site. More to follow. We really are looking forward to that because I think it's one of the areas that, you know, it's good for us to improve a little bit on. So one of the other things that's going on, we have 3 of our teachers who currently are trained in being able to teach the floor time model. It is a methodology whereby the staff help the students build social skills within each stage of their development. The children are allowed to regulate and share attention as best they can. A lot of it is done, which is ironic because we now have new flooring on the floor where the adults in the classroom engage the students and build on communication skills. So we do have 3 people who are right now working with our staff. They train our staff. They do videos. They're still working with the people who trained us in the very beginning from Stanley Greenspan's model. So if anyone is really, really interested in learning more about floor time and the methodology, they can contact either Jeff Carter, Amanda Hickson, or Debbie Major. Those are our master trainers in this methodology. And the phone number is on the slide that we have here. At this time, I would like to introduce you our school age principal, Ms. Linda Malkowitz.
Good evening. I'm Linda Malkowitz. I'm the principal at our school age program on Maryvale Drive. I'd like to update you on our current school year. Currently, we are thrilled that we have 18 classrooms that are full. We did have to darken 3 at this point due to staffing shortages. Special education teachers are in high demand, but our hope is by September, those can be back up and running. Because we'd love to be at our full capacity. We're currently at 132 students in program, and we were so excited that we now have a new music teacher and a new art teacher on board. They've been a wonderful addition to our staff. Staff and students have been thrilled. It's amazing to see what music and art do for our children as well as for our staff. Everyone's engaged. I've definitely seen a very positive effect on the building. It's been wonderful. And what we're looking forward to in the coming school year, because of the pandemic, it has been difficult for families. That graduation year, especially last year and the year before, families were very nervous about what was available after graduation. Where were their students going? So we've looked at our transition planning. We have our transition coordinator who is going to be working with our families of individuals 16 to 21, looking to make sure that we are discussing what does the child want to do? What do families see their students doing after graduation? So the teacher, she'll be working in conjunction with the classroom teachers, and she will be contacting families. We will have surveys going out, questionnaires, and what I'd hope to do within the next year and the year after that is setting up meetings for families to come in to discuss that. But we know we also have to work closely for this post-graduation transition with our families and their care coordinators. The care coordinators have a big part in helping these families access the programs, finding out what's out there. So our transition coordinator is working to set up a schedule to make sure that our families are given the information they need to share with their care coordinators. If we have contact with the care coordinators, we have also been sharing information. Come in, let's talk. We want to get this project. We want to make sure that these students are getting what they need. Also, especially this year with our new art and music teachers, I realized how important art and music are to our students. They're important to everyone, but knowing that our adult program also provides that service, helping to bridge that transition, letting families know this has been something your child has engaged in throughout this. As adult services organization, we also have these skills, hooking them up with our intake, making sure they're aware of what the ARC Adult Services has to offer. So we want to increase that sharing opportunity, those post-graduation options, and making sure that they know what those next steps are, and assisting families, because it's definitely very different from the educational program to adult programming, and starts looking at that at an early age so our children are able to access what is available to them. So we're looking at our mantra being support them before, during, and after. And what I mean by that is in that beginning stage, working with the families and the kids, looking at what their wants and needs are. During the process, make sure those pieces don't get dropped, keeping a good connection with the family, with our intake, and with those care coordinators. And when they finally do graduate and transition out of our program, being available to whatever adult services program they go into to make sure that they achieve that success. And what we had done prior to the pandemic was each child left with a small binder of things that they were good at, things that they liked. This worked, and just a very short, easy to read, so it would give that next program an idea of what works best with that child instead of reinventing the wheel. And we want to get that back up and running. And our transition coordinator will be part of that process. So we're hoping to, get it up and running and make sure it's a smooth transition. And now I'd like to turn that over to Jessie Schaefer, our Director of Clinical Services at the ARC. Jessie?
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Jessie Schaefer, and I am the Director of Clinical Services. I supervise the Article 16 clinic, as well as therapy and nursing in the education program, plus nursing and behavior in the residential and day hab programs. I'd like to start with our 2022 recap. The Article 16 continued to provide specialized therapy in 3 locations while increasing the number of patients we support. We were able to complete virtual therapy throughout all of 2022. The ARC Erie County continues to monitor and follow all COVID precautions that are consistent with CDC and New York State Department of Health regulations across all programs. We encouraged our employees and people we support to receive the COVID series and booster, as well as the influenza vaccinations. In the fall of 2022, we implemented QuickMart, an electronic medication administration system, in both the education and day hab programs. This has assisted us with the quality of service we provide our students and adults. Along with QuickMart, the education program began transitioning to an electronic health record, NetSmart, where we are able to complete proper documentation regarding nursing and therapy. Now, looking forward to 2023, the Article 16 will continue virtual therapy until May 2023, where we will then treat only in person. We are very excited to announce that we have been approved by OPWDD to add mental health counseling to the clinic. Counseling is set to be available by spring 2023. As an agency, we began a partnership with Vital Pharmacy for vaccinating employees and people we support in all programs. This year, we offered the bivalent booster vaccine and influenza vaccine. We also continue to grow and strengthen our partnership with Parkview Pharmacy regarding medications, medication supplies, and QuickMart.
Parkview Pharmacy has also assisted with partnerships with pharmaceutical companies to educate our nursing team to increase the quality of the support we provide in our programs. Once NetSmart is completed in the education program, the agency will transition the new EHR to the OPWDD programs and supporting departments. Thank you again for your time, and please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or comments regarding the clinical department. Now I'm going to pass it along to Demetrius Brooks, the Director of Residential Services.
Thank you, Jesse. My name is Demetrius Brooks, Director of Residential Services. I oversee all of the certified IRAs here at the Erie County. So I wanted to start off by saying that a lot has occurred in 2022. We ended out the year in the positive. The previous year, we had more turnover. We actually turned out in the positive this year, so we had more new hires than terminations, which is really good. That speaks to our recruitment department and our IRA management and staff. We've done good with retaining staff, but we definitely want to do better in 2023. We do still have 95 open positions. 86 of those are DSP. So spread the word, we are hiring. We're actually able to, with the COLA increases, increase our starting pay for DSPs and for frontline managers. So that is something that they deserved, and we were very happy to do for the department. We have a heavy focus on quality right now. We have hired an overnight manager to assist us with supervision of staff and auditing after hours. So that's a really good positive for residential. We have also seen an improvement in some of our internal audits, and our OPWDD surveys have been better as well. So that speaks to our work to improve our quality and ensure that services are appropriate and adequate for the individuals residing with us. We've introduced this past year, PECs. They're debit cards, and it makes purchasing easier for individuals. It allows them to take reins and be able to learn how to utilize debit credit cards, shop online, and it also has it also reduces any sort of theft or issues with oversight of finances. So we started a pilot last year. We hope to have all of our sites up and running with PECs. So again, it's in alignment with our goals to improve our quality. We also would like to improve our staff training. We're working closely with our talent development department to ensure that our staff training is appropriate. These satisfaction surveys from last year indicated that we do have some work to do with getting people out into the community and in-home recreation. As far as community inclusion, getting people out to do things in the community, we know that COVID was a huge factor in, we took a huge hit with staffing, but also with being able to just get people out. So that is a major focus of ours that we've identified ourselves, but also that has been identified by the state and federal government, and through our satisfaction surveys, we've learned from the people receiving services and also their loved ones that community inclusion is something that we do need to improve in. So we are working diligently to ensure that people get out into the community as much as they want, and working with people and their families to ensure that they're getting out into the community to do things that they would actually like to do. So person-centered planning and recreation in and out of the home is very, very big for our residential department. We sent out a survey. If you've not received it, please reach out to myself or Christy. We can ensure that you get that. It is a survey to gauge interest in restarting our family support group. where families can get together, talk about the latest happenings within the DD world, also to connect and create some partnerships amongst each other and other advocates that, advocates of people that reside with us. So if you haven't received it, just reach out, we can get it to you, but it's a survey to see if people are interested in it and to figure out our best time and how to actually implement it if it's something that our families would like to participate in the future. We had some fun events this past year. We had a lovely costume party in October, which was wonderful. And we also the agency had a holiday dance for everyone. I know the holiday dance was a huge hit. In previous years, we weren't able to have it due to COVID, of course, for the years prior, but we were able to bring that back. So that was something that was really fun for everyone. What residential would like to do this year is bring back our holiday Thanksgiving dinner. So look out for some communications in the future in regards to that. That is all I have, but again, you can reach out to me directly with any questions or concerns in regards to residential. And thank you everyone for your time. I am going to pass it off to Brian Devins, the Director of Vocational and Employment Services.
Hi everyone, I'm Brian Devins. I am the Director of Vocational Employment Services here at the ARC. I oversee our pre-vocational program, our supported employment program, as well as our business side. So the different types of businesses that we run for the individuals we support to work in. I'm going to start off with talking about our community pre-vocational program. This year, in 2022, we took a look at what we needed to do with transitioning out of our paid CPV program. This was not an easy decision by the agency, but we did end that program that was under the Department of Labor 14C certification. The individuals in the program worked very closely with their program managers as well as their circle of support to identify what was their next steps. If it was to move on to competitive employment, if they were at that point in their vocational career, or if it was to maybe take a step back and look at how to enhance some of their skills. We were able to transition 40 people into a competitive employment situation where they earned at least minimum wage. Some of them are making more than minimum wage at this point. And then the remaining individuals, they are transitioning into our career exploration, and some have decided to partake in our day habilitation programs, our Day Have Without Walls. And like I said, our managers worked very hard with the families and the circle of supports to really tweak the plan and figure out what was best for the individual in this situation. We are currently looking to expand our community pre-voc program, our career exploration side of things. And we also, for those families who have individuals who are transitioning out of high school, we are looking to enroll more people into our Project Achieve program. We are in Project Achieve. The individuals come to one of our hubs. We have 3 hubs in Erie County. We have a North Towns location in Williamsville. We have a South Towns location in Lackawanna, as well as a city location at our 2643 Main Street location. So if interested in the Project Achieve program, you can talk with your transition coordinators at the schools and they can link you up, or you can also reach out to me. My contact information will be on the last slide. So one of the other programs that we have is our supported employment and access via our supports. These programs are for people who are in competitive employment and who are looking to work pretty independently in the community. We, in 2022, we supported over 430 people in competitive employment, And that ranged from our group placements to truly independent working at Tops and Target and where the people truly wanted to work. For 2023, our goals for supported employment as well as access VR supports is to continue supporting the individuals in all aspects of the employment continuum. So one of the things that we are very excited to announce and kind of create for the individuals was our Workforce Training Center. This program is really career specific. We, over the last couple of years, have met with the individuals in our employment programs and talked to them to figure out what they were interested in, what types of careers, what types of work. And the top three were culinary, hospitality, and janitorial. So we have curriculum-based trainings started for our culinary program. We have a certified chef that we hired who is working with the individuals, as well as we have started our hospitality training program. And we have hired a hospitality training specialist who has many years of working in the hospitality field in a hotel, as well as working side by side with job coaches and people with disabilities. The Workforce Training Center did open this fall. And so far since the fall, since September when it opened, we have served about 115 individuals and they have participated in different types of trainings up there. If anyone's interested in coming to our open house and coming to see the Workforce Training Center, we do have open houses. Our first one coming up is February 7th, and then the rest of the dates are right on the screen, March 7th, April 14th, and May 12th. These are from 11 to 2. And again, you can reach out to me, my contact information, and we can set you up to kind of tour our new and exciting space. Then we have our Arc for Business. So we have different types of businesses that we run. We have some janitorial and landscaping contracts that we work in Erie County, Niagara County, Genesee, as well as Monroe County. Individuals that are placed on these contracts are making at least minimum wage, but most of them are making prevailing wage, which is up to $20 an hour. One of the kind of stepping stones that we have created as well is our group employment opportunities. And this is where a lot of our individuals who once were in 14C can step into a group employment opportunity, which is a little bit more set up where they can be successful. There is an on-site supervisor by the Erie County, as well as job coaching supports. And we have different positions for production, janitorial, as well as document management. And our goal with these group employment sites is to continue to grow. We have 7 group employment sites right now, but we'd like to continue to grow to meet the need for those people who were displaced with the closing of our paid CPV. That is all I have. If anyone has questions about employment services, please feel free to reach out to me. But I would now like to turn this over to Katie Reese, who is our Director of Community and Habilitation Supports.
Hi, everyone. As Brian said, my name is Katie Reese, and I'm the Director of Community Supports and Habilitation Services. I'm happy to report that both day HAP services and community support services are very close to being back to normal. All participants have returned, and we currently are enrolling new people into all services. As Demetrius Brooks mentioned earlier, in 2022, we were able to have a summer picnic at our Wilson Road location and a holiday dance at the Grapevine restaurant. I'm sure everybody can say it was truly wonderful to see friends back together again. All day HAP locations are back to their volunteer commitments and community engagement activities, such as participating in bingo, shuffleboard, and other social events at their local community centers. We have also returned to the YMCA. Our long partnership with Saba continues, and all locations participated in the summer sessions, and now are currently participating in the winter sessions, which take place on the ice. As Brian just mentioned, we are very lucky to be also participating in the art and culinary classes that take place at the new workforce building at 2643 Main Street. These services provide opportunities for creativity as well as increasing independence. Again, this has been a great way for the individuals to see each other again, to see old friends and old staff. So it truly has been wonderful. ComHab is gearing up for evening and weekend events at 2643 Main Street. These events will entail watching sporting events together, trivia and game nights, and educational workshops. Our after-school respite program are currently running at our Bailey location for the Buffalo district, our 30 Wilson location for the Williamsville district, and we will be hopefully beginning our West Seneca respite program at West Seneca High School in the spring of 2023. After program respite is available at our 30 Wilson location, 2643 Main, and 56 Main in Hamburg. This service is for families that may need support for their loved one after their program day. This runs Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., and it provides supervision and activities on site. We are very happy to bring Camp Kiwanis back. We have not run camp since August of 2019. This is a week-long sleepover camp that takes place August 20th to August 25th at the Cradle Beach site. This is a wonderful time for kiddos ages 8 to 22 to have a wonderful summer vacation experience, and we are so looking forward to it. It's a great opportunity for approximately 40 to 50 children. That is all I have. I want to thank you for your time and reintroduce actually Christy Edwards.
Hi, everyone. I just want to tell you about some exciting upcoming events that we have this year. Things are a little bit different for 2023. Historically, we've done a golf tournament as one of our fundraising events, but this year, instead of that, we're doing something called Over the Edge. Over the Edge is a company that works with nonprofit organizations to do this fundraiser wherein individuals will raise funds through peer-to-peer fundraising to rappel down Seneca One Tower in Buffalo. So rappelling, think of it like when you go rock climbing, you're climbing up, and when you hit the top of that peak, you're going to rappel back down. This is what we'll be doing at Seneca One Tower. So if people are interested in participating in being a rappeller, we would love that. All of the information is available on our website at arceriecounty.org, or of course, contact me directly. I would love to tell you more about it. We are also looking for sponsors for this event. So if you are interested in being involved in that manner, again, please feel free to reach out. The other event that we're doing, we are bringing back Ale Trail. This will be our third year doing Ale Trail, and we're switching it up a little bit this year. We're putting it back in the fall. And Ale Trail is a beer, wine, and cider tasting event that occurs on our property here in Williamsville along our wooded walking trail. So we will have live music, we will have lots of beer and wine and cider vendors, and some raffles as well. This is going to be a really exciting event. We're making it even bigger than we have in the past few years. So again, we will be looking for sponsors for this as well. That is all I have to chat about today. So I am going to send it back to our CEO, Doug DeJesire.
Thank you, Christy. As you can see, there's been quite a bit of activity going on in the organization for the past 12 months and what's coming up in 2023. I would probably say that they're barely scratching the surface of what really is going on a day-to-day basis here. These are more the high points of what's been happening, but this team works very, very diligently every day to move it forward for the individuals we support. Very committed, very mission focused, and spend a great deal of time working through these projects that they have. And I'm very proud of the whole team for what they've been doing. And it's been a difficult several years with the pandemic and all, but now that we're starting to see our way through it, there's a lot of opportunity and lots of great things happening. We appreciate that you spent the time with us tonight going through this, and we've put up the director's contact information on the screen tonight. And we hope that you will be encouraged to reach out to these folks and talk with them about opportunities for your family members and what we can do for you. Again, they're all available. They're all willing to help, and they want to hear from you. So please take advantage of that. I would also ask, again, as Demetrius had pointed out, we do have a survey we'd like to get out there for family members to reintroduce our family groups. Years back, that was a very popular event for families. It was a great opportunity to get to know one another better, socializing, assist the organization with events, get behind things. So it's really a great opportunity for families to connect with one another. So I strongly encourage you to do that as well. Again, thank you very much for being here tonight. We do appreciate your participation, and we hope to hear from you. Thank you.